firmly focused on the British and Commonwealth champion Lloyd Honeyghan's bid to unseat the undisputed welterweight champion of the world, Don Curry, an aristocrat of the ring who has decorated its canvas with sheer artistry. Of course, Honeyghan has impressive credentials too, skill, power and an unbeaten record. And watching the fight with me in our Belfast studio is Barry McGuigan. And Barry knows how difficult it is to win a world title fight against an American in America. Well, Don Curry comes to this defense undefeated, having left a trail of destruction in his wake, and he knows all about celebrations. One of his most impressive performances came last December at Las Vegas, a crushing victory in 2 rounds over the WBC champion Milton McCrory to secure the undisputed crowns.
Referee doesn't score if we do have to go to 12 rounds, but we worry about... Oh, the left hook. He can't get up from that one, surely. He hit the deck, his head hit the back as well. Midway through the second, the legs are unbuckled completely. He's going to get the mandatory 8, but I'm not sure Mills Lane... Yes, he will let it go on, but that was all over. He just walked in and helped himself to a great right-hand punch.
Despite that terrifying power, Honeyghan's manager remained confident about his chances.
He's certainly one of the most dedicated boxers I've been involved with. I don't know of anybody who trains harder for a fight than he does. For 6 weeks before a fight, he turns himself into a hermit. He goes to the gym and he goes on the road to run and he eats, and the rest of the time he spends in a room isolated with a television set, and he'll watch TV and go to sleep.
I think it should be a good fight. I don't think it's going to be one-sided. I come here to win. I don't come here to mess around.
Lloyd Honeyghan has got the toughest fight he's ever had in his whole career, and equally, Donald Curry has the toughest fight he's had in his whole career. This is, in my mind, undoubtedly the toughest opponent that Donald Curry has fought to date.
So much then for the pre-match build-up and hype. Let us go ringside. And welcome back. Well, I'm sure, like me, you're still breathless after that wonderful performance by Lloyd Honeyghan, now one of only 2 undisputed champions in the world. The other one is Marvin Hagler. That is a heady thought, isn't it? After escaping the frenzy of excitement in the ring at Atlantic City, the new world champion talked to Reg Guttridge, and he was in no doubt how Curry's cut eye had occurred.
It was a punch because, you see, inside, I was throwing this, I switched to southpaw because I knew I can do it, and Bobby says, Lloyd, you're wasting your talent, man, like I've been saying. Switch to southpaw when you're inside and throw those little uppercut. And I throw a little uppercut, and I think it's when I came back with the left hook, or Mickey been telling me to come back with all week, all those weeks up the gym in the Catskills, and I wasn't throwing it because I felt so good. Today, all week we've been feeling so good. I sit down in my bedroom with Bob and we'll go for a walk. And I said to him, this is like I'm walking in Brixton. This is like I'm walking on Warwick Road. This is like I'm sitting in my front room. It didn't come like I was going to have a fight. I was telling everyone.
I mean, considering he had been beaten for, what, 8, 9 years?
Yeah, since he was 16 years old.
When did you feel when you got in the ring that you could do it? At what point? When you nailed him with that first right hand?
In the first round, man, because Donald Curry showed me respect in the first round. He showed me respect. And
after the first round.
And the first round, that was it. After the first round, I knew I had the fight won because I thought Don was going to come and start throwing bombs that he usually do. But once he knew that I knew that I was going to do, so he didn't. And once he'd done that, I knew I had the fight won.
Well, I'll tell you, it's such a marvellous upset. There's going to be a lot of excitable people in Britain when they see this now.
Yeah, say that again.
And, well, I hope if you've won it in America, I dare say you're going to defend it in America, but you might finish up doing it in Britain, eh?
No, we may, there's no place like home at the end of the day. He's proved he can win abroad. We may well do it in London.
I plan to come to America to win the world title, but I've done that now, so my fans in London will believe me. Now I can give them a chance to see Lloyd Honeyghan defend his world championship.
Great. Well, congratulations to everybody concerned, the manager, the trainer, Bobby Neal, and
thank you, Bobby.
Best of all you. Thank you.
Well, listening to that and having watched the fight in Belfast is Barry McGuigan. Barry, let me get your reaction first of all about the fight itself.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that was a marvellous achievement. He went there, he went into the Lions Den and he won the title. I mean, undisputed champion, fantastic stuff. He took the fight to the champion from the very start. He took the play away from him. He done exactly the right thing. He's a guy that oozes with confidence. Ever since he was a 6th-round fighter, he's always oozed confidence. And, you know, fair play to him. It was a fantastic performance. One of the best performances I've ever seen.
Were you surprised how easy it was to hit Curry?
Well, Curry looked a wee bit drawn when he went into the fight, but that's not taken away from Lloyd's performance. In fact, I was probably one of the people who predicted that he had a great chance of winning. Curry had everything to lose because of the fact that he was undisputed champion. Nobody rated Honeygham as a challenger at all, and he went in there and he done what was necessary to win the title, and it was absolutely brilliant.
There are conflicts of opinion how the cut was caused, Barry. As you heard, Don Curry said it was an accidental butt, but of course Honeyghan said it was a punch. You can have a look at it now and see what you think.
There looked to be an accidental butt there, but it was far down on his face, and so it's very difficult to tell from this angle. And having watched it 3 or 4 times, I'm not quite sure whether it was a butt or a punch, but it was irrelevant anyway. The fact was that Curry was never in the fight. It was Honeycombe's fight from the very beginning, and he's a champion now, and that's what counts. And he beat the guy hands down. Marvellous performance, fantastic stuff.
Gary has said that he's a good champion too, and he'll hold the title for a long time. Would you agree with that?
I have no doubt about that. He's a great champion. He's very dedicated. He trains very hard, and I think he'll be champion for a long time.
Will it inspire you now to go back and win a world title, Barry?
It certainly gives me the old itch again. I'd like to get back in there maybe in the new year. I'm not going to make a decision until the new year, but I'd love to go back at it again.
Any decision, let me ask you this, any decision, would that be taking into consideration the fact that perhaps there's not the unity in your camp that there has been? One hears that Barney's not happy with things, and I've just heard that Eddie Shaw has gone out this morning. What's the situation there?
Well, I'd rather not comment on that. There's been enough controversy so far. But I'll make my decision in the new year somewhere.
But would you say that he's Lloyd Honeyghan, getting back to him, his next fight should be in this country?
Well, it's up to him himself. They've said there in the interview afterwards that they would either defend in America or defend at home. It makes no difference. This guy is very good. He's very talented. He's very underrated, and I think he can be a champion for a long time. And I think whether he boxes in Britain or boxes in America, it makes no difference. This boy's going to be a star.
Well, we all feel very proud of him. Thank you very much indeed for joining us, Barry. It's been a pleasure to have your company.
Thank you very much.